Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm outside Old Trafford where Manchester United have drawn 1-1 with Chelsea. And look, I'm going to go in on a couple of our new signings today, but I'm not going to do it at the start because I don't feel they were the reason why we didn't win this game here today. I don't think they were the reason at all. I thought we were really, really poor all around, especially in that second half. Look, some will say against the Chelsea team who have been playing well under Enzo Maresca, have Cole Palmer, one of the best players in the world, on form at the moment. You know, some would say that's a good result, especially given where Manchester United have been of late. But it was a big opportunity to close the gap on Aston Villa and Arsenal and Chelsea and Spurs and all those teams ahead of us. And I just thought we were really, really flat today. It wasn't good enough at all from a Manchester United team that are looking to close that gap. Now, obviously, you can't really judge anyone yet. We haven't got the new manager in place, and we can't really, make any rash decisions, or we can't even make any rash judgments because there's nothing to judge yet. We're kind of in limbo. We're waiting for the next manager to come in and be in place, and until that is in place, as I said, we're kind of in limbo. But I thought today we went 1-0 up with about 15 minutes of the 90 minutes to go, and we just let it slip. Moises Caicedo goal was absolutely fantastic, by the way. One of the best goals we'll probably see from an opposition at Old Trafford. It was an incredible finish. Onana maybe could do a little bit better. I've only seen it live, and I thought Cole Palmer was maybe in his eye line and in his sight, and maybe that put him off. But I am making excuses for him. I think Onana's been excellent this season, but there maybe he could have done better. But look, it was a fantastic goal from Moises Caicedo. Manchester United's goal come from the penalty. I think it was a penalty, but Rasmus Højlund, he should have scored. Imagine Bruno Fernandes misses the penalty. He should have scored. Rasmus Højlund should be burying that opportunity, and of course he won a penalty out of it, and you can give him credit for that. But I did think Rasmus Højlund had to score that opportunity there, and fortunately for Manchester United, we got the penalty and we scored from that. But I don't think Højlund had a good game today. I don't think Garnacho had a good game today. I don't think Ugarte had a good game today. And Ugarte is one of those players that I want to talk about. I'm not moved. I don't think he's good enough. He gets himself into positions a lot. And maybe I'm being too harsh too early, and we'll wait to see what he does with Amorim, who he was excellent for at Sporting. But he gets himself into good positions a lot, and you think, there you go, son. You've got yourself into the area. Go and win the ball. And then he'll make a challenge, and the play will just be behind him, be past him. I'm trying to figure out what he's good at, because he doesn't seem to do anything. He doesn't occupy good positions on the ball when his centre-backs have got the ball. He's far too close to Casemiro when he's on the ball. Make some movements. Make things easier for your teammates. You're making it far too easy for your opponents at the moment. And I thought, Manuel Ugarte, not moved by him. Joshua Zirkzee, I'm not moved by him. I've been trying to figure out, is he good? Is he bad? Again, I don't want to go too early. He's a new player in a new league, and he's young as well, so he's obviously could still potentially improve. But I just felt like, what are we watching here? Are these guys Manchester United players? And out of the 5 that we signed in the summer, I think Mazraoui, excellent, our man of the match today. I think Lenny Yoro, obviously we're waiting to see what he can do. I think Matthijs de Ligt was again excellent today. I think de Ligt, I think Mazraoui, I think Casemiro today were pretty good. Apart from that, not much to write home about. And real frustrating. And I do ask, is Zirkzee the guy? Is Manuel Ugarte the guy? I'm not too sure, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're having to buy a striker or buy another 6 for this manager. Although, as I said, maybe I'm going too early. Maybe as well, Amorim can bring the best out of Manuel Ugarte, who's brought the best out in the past. So obviously, all hope isn't lost on those players. But I'm watching them at the moment. I'm thinking they ain't good enough. Onana, I think he's been excellent this season. Maybe he could do better with the goal. Diogo Dalot seems to have fallen off a cliff. His performances aren't good enough. I was happy with Lisandro Martinez's performance today, because I think Lisandro Martinez has been poor this season for Manchester United. I'm a big fan of Martinez's. I think he's one of the best centre-backs in the league. But I don't think he's been good enough this season. It was good to see a return to form from him today, somewhat. In the midfield, as I said, I thought Casemiro was excellent. Ugarte was more of a passenger. Ahead of them, Bruno Fernandes. Again, some frustrating moments from Bruno Fernandes. He obviously dispatches the penalty really well. There was a volley that he had just on outside the box, and I was thinking, relax, take your time, and he absolutely smashes it into Rose. You're so much better than that, Bruno Fernandes. so much better. It was a real poor finish, and we had the chances today. Rashford hit the post with a volley, which would have been a fantastic goal. Garnacho had a chance, but overall, not a good performance from the team today. A draw, probably the fair result. At half time, I was a little bit worried that Cole Palmer was beginning to pick up a lot of space, and Chelsea hadn't really punished us for it yet. Unfortunately, they didn't in that second half. But going forward, we didn't offer enough. I thought the substitutions were poor from Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm not going to get Ruud van Nistelrooy's case. He's an assistant manager. He was brought in as an assistant manager. He's obviously early in his managerial career as well. I'm not going to get on Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's only here for 4 games. That's 2 of them done down. And we didn't lose today, but I did think the substitutions were poor. I thought when Amad Diallo come on, maybe he should have come on for Garnacho. But, you know, Garnacho stayed on the pitch, and it just feels like a missed opportunity today. And we didn't perform at all. And the crowd were going for it. But the team didn't really inspire the crowd anymore after that. And you could see the crowd got a little bit nervous and a little bit... There was a few moments that sparked us into life. But, yeah. And let me talk about the referees. Again, I didn't want to talk about the referees or Ugarte or Xerxes at the start because I don't feel they're to blame for the result. But the referees are horrendous. English Premier League referees are absolute dog shit. There was a moment out there today. Lisandro Martinez fouls Cole Palmer. He goes to VAR and they check it for a red. I'm not too sure whether it's a red or not. But look, he plays advantage. Chelsea have the advantage. They have a few passes. Then they lose the ball and he calls it back. You can book Lisandro Martinez if you're going to book him at any time. Why are you bringing it back? It made absolutely no sense. The referees, and there was more times as well. I've lost count of the amount of decisions for us and against us. So it wasn't just against us. I'm not trying to do some Arsenal fan conspiracy theory shit. But these referees are absolute dog shit. Trust me, dog shit. But the only thing worse today was Manchester United in that second half. I don't think we were good enough. We went in front, then we let them back into the game. We failed to show enough cutting edge. We failed to show enough going forward. We failed to show that we really wanted to win the game towards the end. And if anyone was going to win it, it was going to be Chelsea. But look, we're waiting for the new manager now. Ruben Amorim will be in on the 11th of November. We've got 2 more games between now and then. We've got PAOK in the Europa League and we've got Leicester in the league, and fingers crossed we can get 2 wins there. We need to be beating Leicester at home in the league, and we need to be beating PAOK if we want to, you know, progress in the Europa League. And I think, whilst I'm not the biggest fan of the Europa League's a massive chance for Manchester United to get Champions League football this season. Would have been closer to that top 4 as well with a win here. It's within our reach, but we've got to get our act right soon. So hopefully Ruben Amorim can do that. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out of here.